You picture a shot, you describe it, and the model hands you somebody else's video. Every student I teach arrives with that exact complaint, and most of them are solving it the expensive way, regenerating all night until something lands close. Today's lesson is the structure that gets the exact AI video you imagined on the first try. And we are going to prove it like a lab. A controlled test, one slot added at a time, and a complete checklist at the end, so it transfers to any idea you bring to class.
The whole lesson runs inside invideo agent, and the test wants a clean bench, so set it up with me. Go to invideo.io, sign in, and start a fresh project. In the generation settings, drag the duration to 10 seconds, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and hold the resolution at 1080p, so every run in this test stays comparable. From here, nothing gets touched between generations. That is the experimental control, and it matters more than any single result.
Round 1. The way everyone writes on day 1. Idea A. A potter at the wheel. One lazy line. The kind we have all typed. A potter shaping a bowl. Cinematic, epic, ultra detailed. Generate 3 separate times. Changing nothing.
Grade the results with me the way we grade everything in this class. Did we get the exact AI video you imagined or a lottery ticket? 3 attractive videos came back and 3 unrelated films. Take 1. A young woman in a bright studio and the bowl is already finished before her hands move. Take 2. An old man in what looks like a barn. Different wheel, different clay. Take 3. Beautiful close-ups of hands that belong to nobody we have met and the wheel spins the wrong way. Nothing failed technically. Everything failed as a film.
Now, the diagnosis, and write this line down. The model is not being random, it is guessing. Every gap I left, it filled with its own decision, because the words I fed it were opinions, not instructions. Epic is a wish. Cinematic is a compliment the footage has not earned yet. Neither one tells the model who is on screen, where the light falls, or what the lens is doing.
Round 2 repeats the lazy method on idea B, a climber on an ice wall. 3 generations, settings untouched. Same chaos, new costume. 3 climbers, 3 walls, and in one take the ice has become gray rock. 6 generations so far, 0 films, and every reroll is another wait and another review, which is the whole hidden price of the lazy line.
Now the fix and the test stays fair. Identical ideas, identical settings, only the input changes. The direction becomes labeled slots, written in one fixed order every time. The subject slot puts a specific person on screen. A potter in her 50s, gray braid, clay to the elbows. The action slot is verbs carrying body detail. She presses her thumbs into the spinning center and the wall of the bowl rises between them.
The shot slot gives the camera its size and angle. Mine reads wide from slightly above. The style slot declares the footage. One word to start, photo reel. 3 generations on the potter, the same woman, the same studio, the same wheel, 3 times, and only the camera differs. 3 on the climber, 1 climber, 1 wall, 1 storm of breath, 3 takes running.
One honest note before we celebrate, because a good lesson includes the cost. Fully specified, the choreography turns literal. The model obeys instead of improvising, and obedience is exactly what you asked for. So the flair now has to come from you. The rest of the lesson is how to put it back, slot by slot.
Can you pull focus inside a single shot? Drop the duration to 8 seconds and direct a jeweler setting a stone. The shot slot now carries extreme macro, a 100mm lens, shallow aperture, focus racking from the blurred tweezers to the facets. It returns exactly that, one clean move from haze to fire, because no part of the move was left to invention. Can you write the light itself? Add the light slot. A welder in a dark workshop, and the slot says the arc is the only source. Strobing, shadows jumping on the back wall. Ask for dramatic lighting without that slot, and you get whatever mood the model wakes up in. Name the source, and the shadows arrive on cue. Can you write the physics? The motion slot. A swimmer hitting a racing turn. and the slot holds the water itself. The wake folding over in slow motion, bubbles hanging in the turbulence, lane light refracting through all of it. The style slot lists what must stay visible through it. It comes back like the broadcast package of a meet that never happened. Can you cut inside one generation? Timestamps inside the shot slot. A bartender in 4 angles, the pour until second 2, the shake to second 5, the strain to second 8, then the slide down the bar to 10. And the instruction my students forget, the one that matters as much as the cuts. No additional cuts. Omit it and the model appoints itself editor, and its cutting style is enthusiasm. And can it speak? 3 final slots: look, dialogue, audio. A grandfather teaching his grandson chess, look set to a warm lamp grade with dust in the beam, dialogue set to his single line, slow now, the board rewards patience, spoken quietly, audio set to clock tick and the wooden click of a piece. The grade, the line, the lens flare off the lamp, requested, not gifted. Now the full stack, back on our 2 original ideas. Aspect ratio to 21:9 for the cinema frame, duration to 10 seconds, every slot filled in order, subject, action, shot, dialogue, light, motion, look, audio. The Potter take and the Climber take that come back are the best 2 generations of the night, both first takes, which is the exact AI video you imagined graduating from luck to method.
So here is the principle this experiment just proved. The sentence I want remembered after the checklist is forgotten. A model fills every gap you leave, differently every time. So the video you pictured is simply a direction with no gaps left to guess. The only remaining question is, who does the gap-free writing? You, by hand, per shot, or something that already knows your project?
Which brings us to what InVideo Agent was doing all lesson. Open the attachment panel on that last Potter generation and read what actually went out. Underneath my 1 line of directions sits the full slotted instruction the agent wrote itself. Subject filled from the Potter's locked character sheet, setting filled from the studio's plate, then the light, the motion, the look, and the lens it selected for this shot, all 8 in their order. I never typed the 8-slot version tonight. The project filled the slots from context, the project's memory, where the Potter, the studio, and the rules were locked before class. And on a fresh idea, it drafts the slots too, direct in plain words, then open, read, and correct what it wrote. The checklist becomes homework you grade, not homework you do.
The honest edge carries over. Slots are filled from what you locked. So, a prop nobody locked or a walk-on without a sheet still gets guessed. Lock what recurs, and let guessing handle what appears once. Here is the complete checklist. Dictation speed, subject first. Action second, in verbs carrying body detail. Shot third, with its size, its angle, its lens, and any time-stamped cuts. Dialogue fourth, light fifth, source named. Motion sixth, physics included. Look seventh, as the grade. Audio eighth, same 8, same order, every time and not one gap.
Cut together, the lesson grades itself. The lazy lines produced 6 videos and no film. The slotted directions produced 1 Potter and 1 Climber, 9 takes straight on first generations. And inside InVideo Agent, the slots were written by the project, not by the student.
If you want the exact AI video you imagined, without writing an essay per shot, my answer as a teacher is InVideo Agent, where the slots arrive pre-filled from your own project. It is invideo.io. And now, here is the sequence I built with InVideo Agent.